Hi, welcome to another Cook With Me video. For anyone who's just tuning in, I have been making a bunch of videos basically for my kids who will eventually be going out on their own, and I wanted to record some of our family favorites for them. So if it helps you, that's great. This one is a Greek orzo or pasta salad. So let's get right into the recipe. I'm not going to give you quantities at the moment. I'm just going to tell you the ingredients. So you will need some cucumbers. You'll need a lemon. If you don't have a lemon, you can certainly use lemon juice. A red onion, preferably, even though if you're in a pinch, any onion will do. And if you're not a huge onion fan, you could leave that out. Scallions would be good as well. Parsley, you will need that. You'll need some feta, some red pepper, some orzo, and for those who don't know, orzo is a type of pasta. You'll need some artichoke hearts, and these are from Aldi. I like it because it's in water and it's not marinated. Or you could use artichoke hearts in a can, and this is also just in water. So those are good. And you will need some black olives. This is the reduced sodium kind, and we like that just because we're trying to reduce a lot of sodium. And you'll notice I have a date on here. I tend to, since I buy a lot of things sort of for stock up items, I like to put the date on it, and that's just with a Sharpie. So if you see that, that's the reason. We like using this Mrs. Salt-Free lemon pepper. So this is optional, but it really does help. You could use a lemon pepper seasoning of another brand, and it doesn't have to be salt-free. You will need some sort of oil and vinegar, vinaigrette style, and you could make your own, or you could use a store-bought kind. These are just some examples that I'm showing. This one is a wishbone olive oil with lemon herb. Ken's Simply Vinaigrette. This is a garlic basil. Usually I like to use, I think Ken's makes a Greek salad, or a Greek vinaigrette. I think Newman's Own also makes a Greek vinaigrette, and I tend to like to use that instead of one of these, but I don't have that, so we're going to use one of these, not both. Again, if you'd rather make your own vinaigrette, you can just put in some olive oil, some vinegar, or even some lemon juice in addition to this lemon juice. Maybe some salt and pepper. It's pretty basic because you're going to be adding the feta, and that's going to give it a creaminess. So that is it for the ingredients. I'll be right back with the quantities after I chop everything up, and we can get started. Okay, I'm back, and I have all my ingredients chopped and ready to go. I cooked the pasta according to the manufacturer's instructions. Now, I have to say, as a side note, I'm not as crazy about this brand because it was a little softer than other brands I've tried. So for this, you definitely want a pasta that, don't overcook it. You want it al dente. So follow the instructions on there. You can taste test it. Then you'll have to take the pasta out and put it into a colander to drain it, and then run cold water through it because you want to stop the cooking process. So once you've got that done, you can put your pasta into a bowl. Now I used the entire package, which is about 2 cups dry, and you can see it probably made about 4 cups, approximately 4 cups of cooked pasta. So to that, we're going to add in my chopped or diced cucumbers. Now I like to leave the skin on. This is approximately 2 cups. So we're going to add that in. Then I have my artichoke hearts, and these I used both the can and the jar. They are already quartered, but I went ahead and chopped them a little bit further because I thought the pieces were too big for the salad. So I'm going to put all of that in. Now, sometimes when I'm making this, I'll make it in something else and then I'll stick it in here because it's going to be sort of small to mix together. And then my next ingredient was the red pepper. Now again, this is approximately maybe, I don't know. I'm not using exact measurements here, as you can tell already. This is probably about 1.5 cups of chopped red pepper, and I made these pretty small. You can use orange pepper, you could use green pepper if you don't have any, you could use yellow, a mixture. I like the red because it's not only tasty, but it also, I have a few pieces over here. It makes everything look nice. So I used the whole can of those olives and I chopped them myself. And that's a little frugal tip. If you are going to use, unless you're really out of time and you're just making this for a special occasion or something, don't buy olives that are already chopped. You can chop them yourself and you get more in the can for the price than you do those little tiny cans that are already sliced for you. My next ingredient would be the onion. Now, you can put in as little or as much as you'd like. This is about 1/4 cup of minced onion, or finely diced. So some people in the family don't like it. It's a little hard to do this one-handed. I have parsley. So this is about 1/3, maybe to 1/2 cup of parsley. Again, as with any of these ingredients, it's really up to you. Oops, and I will try to get that out. The other thing with the black olives, if you have Kalamata olives that you want to chop up, that's even better. It's tastier and it's saltier. So if you're going to use those especially, I would not use, I wouldn't add any more salt, just because we're trying to cut down. My next item would be my lemon juice. Oh, there's a piece of parsley stuck in my finger. Oh well. Lemon juice, and this was, I squeezed out, this is about, this is the whole lemon, so it's roughly 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And just put that in, and I also like to include the little pulpy portion. If you don't like that, you can leave that out. And I may have some seeds in there, I don't know, I didn't check. The next thing is, we are a big cheese feta family, so this is roughly, I would say about 1 cup of the crumbled. So another frugal tip, if you like feta, oh, there's some more parsley in my hand, to use a block of feta and crumble it yourself, because you're going to get more bang from your buck versus buying the crumbled feta. But obviously the pre-crumbled feta is good in a pinch. So I'm going to put that on here. Yes, this is mounding up, so it's not exactly working well. So there's a little bit of parsley. Trying to do this one-handed. Now, I'm going to be adding my Mrs. Dash. And I don't follow, this is again to taste. I'll probably put in about 1 tablespoon of the lemon pepper seasoning. Okay, so that may be actually probably not quite as much as that, but we can always add in more, but you can't take it out. So I would err on the side of caution. Since we like a lot of things spicy or things that have a lot of flavoring to them, I'm probably a little heavier handed with my spices, but a good rule of thumb is to obviously be a little bit, maybe use a little less as you're starting out, trying out different flavors, because put a little bit in, taste test it, see if you want some more, and that's a good rule to go by. So the very last thing I decided to do was the garlic basil one for this. Usually, as I said, I like the feta dressing that we use for this instead, but I didn't have any, so this is what we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and shake that up, and then I will show you. I'm probably going to use roughly, again, I don't put in as much. I don't like it too oily. So I'll probably use about 1/3 of this and then taste test it, mix it all up, see how it looks, and then decide if we need a little bit more. So I'll be right back with that. So I'm back, and this is the final result. It's actually a very big amount. So this is great for a larger family. You can chop all the quantities in half for this, and this will last for several days. This is great for potlucks or picnics or whatever. It's festive looking, and it's really, really easy. You can see I only used about 1/3 of it. So what I like to do is, some in the family like a little bit more dressing than others. So I will put some on, but then I will, put the other salad dressing out. Sometimes I will leave out the feta and let people put it on if they want more or less. Some people don't want to have dairy. So if you're taking it to a group, it might be good to put the feta on the side and then just bring extra dressing. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you give this a thumbs up. This is a very easy recipe to do. It's very tasty, it's healthy. So enjoy. All right, thank you for watching.